years ago and created a program called RIP, Rest in Peace, or Rapid Improvement Process. That's our 30-day improvement program that we use. It's very highly intensive, highly interactive. It's very energizing. It's very draining all at the same moment. So you can imagine literally a room almost about this size with a team of anywhere from 20 to 40 people. And if you've ever seen the movie Apollo 13, and you remember when the oxygen scrubbers went out and they had basically about a day and a half to figure out the solution, or the astronauts were going to be dead. That's the way RIP works. So we put them inside of a room and we say, and the walls will be papered with everything we can do to characterize the problem, what we know, what we don't know. And then the people in the room act like the engineers at NASA, and they have to look at that data. We have telephones and fax machines and PCs, so people will call back and say, no, wait a minute, is that right? Did we really have that many fails on that particular product? And the guys will go through crunching the data, and they'll come back to us. So there's somebody over fax, and we have runners all over the place, and they bring that information back into the room to the subject matter experts. And usually what we have happen is somewhere between 2 and 5 days, the solution will be generated. And then that solution has to be able to be implementable within 30 days.
So the challenge we have is getting them in the room.
Absolutely.
And keeping them in the room for the week.
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
It's very simple for us. If they won't stay in the room, then that problem's not worth solving. Right? So what it comes down to is, who's the sponsor of the project? Mm-hmm. So when we do RIPs, the senior level, because what we do is we follow the typical workout, but we've collapsed the old workout, and we've still done a lot of, so we have a senior sponsor that tells everybody in the room, this is the mandate, and you ain't coming out until we got a solution, and here's the rules of the solution. So, you know what everybody, I mean, you guys all know this. What's the #1, I'm sure you all have solution jumpers in your company. I know what we need. What is it? One of those, right? I need a new system. If I had that new system, I saw a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right, okay, great. So anytime we talk about system architecture or revamping systems, if it can't be done in 30 days, it's not a rippable solution. It's not. Because the astronauts will be dead before they hit the ground. So we constantly, every single one of our RIP sessions starts with Apollo 13. And we tell them, you have to get the astronauts down, and we use the old 8-day thing, and the requirement is they all have to be alive. I don't care how you do it, you just got to bring them home. So it's getting that mindset, and so within the senior leadership understands, listen, are you willing to commit? And you got to go, by the way, you the senior leader have to go out and get all the other surrounding guys. So for us as a bank, we always have to go get the finance guys, controlling guys, product controlling guys, and so on. So we have I mean literally the last one we did was on our travel system. We had 42 people in the room. And when we walked, it took us 2 days. And by the time we walked out of that, we literally had we had the whole system architecture respect. We knew what we were going to do for the first 30-day set of solution. Then we used multi-generational planning, NGP, to actually build the next step phases for the bigger solution. But we got the astronauts down, and then we revamped the capsule so that we never had that problem again. So this is the way, I mean, again, for us, it helps us solve the types of problems. It helps us prioritize as well. Because the problem is now,